Hi everybody, it's Cindy here with Stamping Chick Creations. I'm just going to check my volume. Hello, I was standing here kind of in my own little world and realized, oh my goodness, it's 8 o'clock. I have to go live. So welcome. As you hop on, say hello so that I know that you're here. It is Monday, August 19th. I'm not even sure how we got to August already, but it's Monday, August 19th. And yeah, so say hello as you hop on. We have a really amazing, hi Belinda. We have a very amazing layout tonight, so I'm excited to share that with you. Before I forget, Belinda, you need to send me your address so I can send you your prize. I'm going to just adjust my light a little bit. So I have a couple things to share with you before we start our project. I see we have lots of people jumping on. You are very welcome, Bev. Hello, Laren. Hello, Linda. All right, so you're going to love this layout tonight. But before we start, a couple things. Number one, bonus days. Bonus days, guys, time's running out. So don't forget to get those orders in. Don't waste those bonus day coupons. I know you might think, oh, well, they're only, $6, but $6 and $6 and $6, it all adds up, and it might just pay the tax or whatever, right? So get those used up. They do expire at the end of August. Maya, can you just move your light a little bit? Because it's like shining in my camera. There, thank you. Okay, it's really triggering me. So they do expire the end of August. And like August 31st, like you can't go past that date, right? So just make sure that you get those used up. Just a reminder that I did send out the email yesterday on paper and ribbon shares. So if you're not familiar with that, the information is in the email that I sent out. So if you didn't get my email, just let me know. You may not be on my mailing list, and you want to be on my mailing list because that's where I am starting to share all of my information going forward. And as of tomorrow, you are able to purchase the items that are close to my heart exclusive. So in the past, what was happening was if you only had a close to my heart account or was a previous demonstrator for close to my heart, you were the only ones that could purchase that product. Well, as of tomorrow, they're opening that up to everybody. So it will be on our online store only, and it will have its own little section. So you might want to check that out. And the last thing I want to tell you about before we move on and start our project, because I see we have lots and lots of people on with us tonight, is there was an email that went out yesterday about save the date. So for an event happening in October. So please, if you have not received that, just FYI, you want to be part of that. So if you're not on my mailing list, you need to get on my mailing list, because again, that's how I'm going to communicate going forward. So all the big events, that's how you will know what's going on. All right, so what did I tell you? Let's get started. Are we ready? How many of you guys are playing along, and how many are you watching before I start my projects? I don't think I told you need your paper cutter for this as well. So if you do not have your paper trimmer near you, you need to, hello Linda, hello Kathy. It is, I know, but that's why we're doing a virtual option as well, Bev. So and I'm opening up more spots on the virtual end of things this year, which I did not do last year. Last year I have very limited. This year I am actually going to open up more. Okay, watching, making, watch, and then maybe try. Base is ready, haven't picked DSP yet. Yeah, you might want to wait to see what I'm doing with your DSP, Bev. Because honestly, the first one that I did a mock one yesterday, or no, Saturday, I guess it was. And I loved it. But then some of the papers, I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to like these. So maybe you want to watch before you pick your DSP. But I think you guys are going to love this. I've seen this. This is not new. This has been around forever. I just have not actually done them because it's just like one of those things that I wanted to get around to doing and I never did. So tonight's the night, friends. All right, so we are actually going to end up I'm making myself 9 cards, because when we do this, you are actually making 3 cards at a time. So normally when I do the mysteries or magical Mondays, we do only 3 cards, but tonight I'm going to do 3 sets. So I'm actually going to make 9 cards. And you're going to, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm getting very distracted tonight. And you're going to see how quickly these cards come together. So if you are trying to make a big batch cards, this is probably the layout you want to do, because there's really not a right and wrong to this. And you can put out a lot of cards in a hurry. Bev, this one's going to be for you. You're going to love this one. Okay. And I actually, after I posted the pictures or the measurements, I actually saw a different person post it with different measurements and actually would eliminate one layer. So that might even be even quicker and better for you anyway. Okay, so let me share my desktop here before we get going. So you'll notice that there's no magical word tonight, and that's on purpose. I'm going to ask that you please post your pictures, and I'm going to go back to doing a prize for those of you that post your pictures. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we're all getting a good chance to play along and get a chance to win. I'm like really scattered tonight. I'm not sure why. I think there's like 20 things in my head. All right, all at the same time. Okay, so I told you needed 3 card bases, just your standard card bases. Now these ones I'm not doing a layer with because of the paper, because I'm using this as my base. I'm not going to add another layer. But if you have a colored base, like my next set, you're going to want a piece of solid cardstock that I think I told you was 4 by 5 1/4, if I remember correctly. Okay, and then I told you needed 3 pieces of Designer Series paper that were 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Is that right? Is that what I told you? Yeah, 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, I am using the Unbounded Beauty paper. I just love this paper. I'm just not really sure how this is going to work with these colors. So, but you know I always start with the one I think I'm not going to like the most, right? Not that I'm not going to like it. It's just I can kind of envision the rest of them. This one I can't really envision. So, and then I told you needed 3 elements. So I'm going to use the Perennial Postage set. And the reason I'm using this one is honestly, I have not used it enough. And I'm trying to kind of like use as many of my dies and different dies that I have. So I'm going to try to challenge myself to use those tonight. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is not hard. You guys have probably all done this, and I'm like way behind the 8 ball. You need your paper trimmer. We are going to stack our paper. It does not matter what order you put them in. Just put all 3 pieces together on top of each other. I love this. I love this paper individually. I just don't know how this is going to look. So, like, look at this side. Like, I struggle with what side to even use because it's so pretty. I almost wonder if I should do this one. Maybe I'll do these 3 instead. I really like this green, but I think I'm going to do these 3 instead. I feel like they might match a little bit better. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. So the 3 patterns that you want, that's okay. Kathy, food's important. The 3 sides that you want on your card, okay, those are, you're going to layer them on top. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put all 3 pieces in here, and you are going to line, how do I want to do this? You're going to line the top up at 3/4. Is this what I want to do? And then the bottom I'm going to line up at 1 1/2. No, hang on. 3/4 right here and 1 1/2. This part, sorry. Maybe I went this way. It's really not a right and a wrong. You know what? I'm looking at my measurements. I'm not even going to follow my measurements. So I am just going to put this in. I'm going to put this in. So this part here, at the top of my paper right here, is at 1 inch. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to move this to about, I'm guessing here. I'm just going to go about here. So this one is at about 2 1/4. So this one is around 1 inch. This one is around 2 1/4. It, again, there's not a right and wrong here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to actually go ahead and I'm going to cut this. Okay. So I feel like I should, okay, there. So I'm going to move these over to the side here. I'm not going to untouch those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 pieces, I'm going to put them in, and I'm going to rotate them. Again, there's not really a measurement. I'm going to put this one onto the 3. Each one's going to be different, guys, so don't panic over the exact measurements. So I'm putting my bottom here at 3 inches, and then I'm going to cut. Okay? So I'm going to put these all over here. I want to get these together so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Okay. So this is what I have. So again, I'm just randomly cutting my paper. But the important thing is you have to cut all 3 layers at the same time. Okay. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to grab my card base over here. I'm going to grab my bone folder over here. I'm going to show you the ones that I did on the weekend as well, so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one, and this is going to go here. Okay, I'm going to remove this one, but I'm going to grab the second one, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to remove this one, and I'm going to remove the second one, and I'm going to go, this one goes here. Okay, can you guys see that? Like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have done this. This has been on my list to do, and I have not. I've just not got around to doing it because I've just been like, oh yeah, that's cool. Maya actually saw this one done, and she's like, that is really cool. You need to do that. I was like, oh yeah, that's been on my list to do. So this is called a stack and shuffle, is what it's called. So you have maybe seen those out and about on Pinterest or on other people's blogs or Facebook pages. So depending on how you cut your paper is going to depend on what your card looks like, right? So I'm going to show you. Has anybody else besides Bev made one of these? I'm sure you guys all have. You're probably like, Cindy, you're kind of late to the game here because we've been doing those forever. Oh, I didn't want that much space. Okay. So now I'm going to grab my sentiment and it's going to go right there. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish these 3 cards first. Then I'm going to go back and put my sentiments on, only just because in my brain that makes sense right now. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my second card base. So I'm going to go this one. I'm going to go this one. And then I'm going to go this one. Do you know what's really throwing me for a loop is this angle right here, because it looks crooked to me. There it goes. Okay. Maddie and Irene have C. Okay, good. So you guys are all ahead of the game. So you know that depending on the angle that you use for your card, and I'll show you the one I did. The one I did for my sample had much more sharp angles. And it turned out really, and I used the Thoughtful Wishes paper. So beautiful. Okay, let me see here. And I love the fact that we can do this, and you can like really put out a lot of cards super quick with this. Okay, so there's number 2. And then my last one is going to be this one. This one. My fingers are not working. And then this one. Okay, and then we'll go back and we'll do all the stamping for the sentiments. Ah, okay, perfect. So Bev says she taught this at a meeting. It's a great one, even like for beginners too, because there's not really a right and a wrong, right? So, you know, when people go, oh, I messed up. Well, no, you definitely can't mess up with this one, because as long as you keep your papers all, you cut them all at the same time, and that you don't put the same papers together, you really can't really mess this one up, right? Oop, now I just got glue on my finger. How amazing is that? Okay, let's just go with this. Oh, I should have moved that one out a bit. Okay, so now that I've got glue all over my fingers, now seems like a fantastic time to do some stamping. Okay, so I was thinking, how fun would it be to actually use some of these sentiments? And I think I actually have some butterflies from, you know, the paper butterflies that we had. So I thought that would be kind of fun to incorporate the butterflies, which I need to grab my paper butterflies. So these can actually go any direction. I might actually throw some ribbon behind it. I wasn't thinking when I die cut these, I should actually put a paper behind it to help it pop. But let's do this one here. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. I'm going to actually bring in, I am going to bring in, what color do I want to bring in here? Let me see. How about Pretty Peacock? So Pretty Peacock is this darker green. So I'm going to use my glass mat to line that up. Well, hell, let's try that again. I'm trying not to get my head in the camera, but there we go. Okay. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. Okay. I'm just cleaning my stamp to make sure it stays beautiful. I'm going to do one of these as a thank you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use Pretty Peacock for all of them. I'm going to do one as a thank you. Put that one there. So now that you've seen the card, it's probably safe to grab your paper and pick your 3 designs. And you know what I think I'm going to do with this one? I'm going to actually turn this one up and down. I'm going to say, wishing you all the happiness in the world. because that could still be a, that could be a birthday, that could be a, just thinking of you. Whew, I always forget my Pretty Peacock ink pad is like super juicy. What do you think? Okay, are you guys still here? Are you all running for paper now to go start getting your designs? Okay, I need to grab some ribbon. Oh, get that so I don't get my finger in it. I'm gonna put my stamps away. Super quick. Okay. I like to put some ribbon behind, especially when I've got a white on white type of a stamp. So I'm going to grab some ribbon over here. So I'm going to grab this Petunia Pop. Actually, you know what? I could use some Summer Splash on this too. Okay, where's my tear and tape? I just had tear and tape out before I went live because I was using it. Oh, look at this, right beside me. Okay, are you guys still there? I'm seeing no comments, which I don't know if that means that I've been kicked out, or are you still there? Are you so busy creating? So you know that little trick, right? If you push your bone folder down on your tear and tape, it makes lifting the back up much easier. Okay, so I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, which I need to get more dimensionals. Maddie says still here. Here, here, here. Okay, perfect. Okay. You guys get so quiet that I don't know if you all said, okay, well, that's all nice, see you later, or if you're here. Okay, so let's go. Wishing you a beautiful birthday. I'm going to grab some fancy ribbon, if I can find it. Okay, my fancy ribbon is right here. Okay. I'm going to grab some of this fancy ribbon, and I'm going to put it on here and here. Okay. Now, my other cards, I probably will not put this into it just because the other ones I actually do have layers. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to put some dimensionals down. Oop. Try not to get it stuck to your finger, though, if you can. Oh, come on. My fingers are not cooperating tonight at all. There you go. Okay. Make this one a thank you card. And then we will do this last one. I'm going to bring in some green ribbon for this one. I'm actually going to bring in some pretty peacock with some gold on this one. Okay. So you can see how super, super quick these can come together. I left the one till the end that I think I'm going to like the most. So we'll have to see if I'm right. Oh. There. Okay. Where are my right here? Everything's white on my desk, so I'm stuck in the ribbon. And we're going to go 1 and 2. Okay. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, exact same card, exact same paper, just shuffled around. All right, let's move on to set number 2. I have to clean up all my disaster here later. Okay, so this one, I thought, how fun would it be to do this with the Country Woods paper? So these are the 3 patterns that I have. And I'm going to put more of a diagonal on these ones. And those are the 3 patterns I want because I think they're going to work really nicely together. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. And I am going to put this one at 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to put this one on half. So I'm going to go 3/4 of an inch up here. I'm going to do this one at 1.5. Okay, so 3/4 and 1.5. That's what I'm going to aim for. 3/4 and 1.5. Oh, my paper's moving on me. Hang on. 3/4 and 1.5. Nah, I can't do that. Let's go 1.25. Hang on. I'm just trying to visualize what I kind of want to happen here. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to do this one at 3/4 and what is this one? 1.25. Do I like that? I feel like that's just too... I'm thinking too hard. You know how dangerous that could be. Okay, I'm going to go for it. Okay. So this one's going to be really sharp. So I'm going to keep these ones like this. But now these ones, I'm going to cut again. Because, like, why the heck not? Do you see what I mean? There's not really a right and a wrong here. Okay. The key here is making sure all your bits stay together. Now, because I'm using black cardstock for my base for this one, I'm going to use white No, sorry. What am I using? I'm not using. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the inside of the other ones. Okay. I'm going to use crumb cake for my layer to go on top of the block, and I'm going to put my DSP on here. Okay. So I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Is this sharp? Okay, so let's do this one. So this piece, I did see these measurements that I gave you, you know, a little bit smaller. The other one that I saw, they just made the paper this size, which is 4 by 5 1/4, I believe it was. So that would eliminate this. You would just do it right onto the cardstock. So really not, you can kind of do it whatever measurements you want, I suppose, depending on how many layers you're going to have, right? So then this one will go there. Oh, my glue is not cooperating. I love the colors in this paper. Okay. You guys still with me? Okay. And then, so those of you that were watching, are any of you guys actually creating now? Are you still watching to see what the heck it is I come up with? Because you know it's always going to be a surprise. Okay, so there's one. Okay, so now this one, I'm going to put this paper. I'm going to do this paper. And I'm going to do this paper. Do you see how different this looks with each paper? So it's going to be the exact same card, but 3 completely different looks. I suppose the worst part is trying to line up everything, right? Okay, so here we go. Making sure my spacing is good. Okay, here I'll show you how my layering is going to work here in just a minute, because this is it's tray cool. And don't let me forget to show you the ones that I did yesterday or Saturday. Okay. So that's 2, and then my last one, oh, I got an extra piece there. We're going to put this one, we're going to do this one, yeah, yeah, that one's yours.
Is the void okay?
Yep, should be fine. And then this one. So depending on where you've cut your paper, hello Yvonne, like if it's one of these papers that's got like this print, right? So parts of it will have a lot more of one color as opposed to the other. But see how quickly you can. Probably the worst part of this is like the gluing, right? Because you have to glue it and line it up. But really, once you get going, imagine the possibilities with this, right? This one is super fun. So this is a stack and shuffle card, which I know is not new, but it's my first time actually doing it. I've seen them, but I've never actually done one. So very cool. Okay, so let's start with the first one. What do you need? Okay. Maya's over here creating, so she's hopefully not going to grab something and hit me over the head. Okay, so now this is my first one that I did. So if you want to skip doing this layer, this crumb cake layer, just make your card or make your designer series paper 4 by 5 1/4 is what you'll do. And then that way you don't even have to bother with the crumb cake layer. Okay. And then this one will be number 2. And again, if you wanted to go a different way, at this point, if you want to flip your card around, I'm just doing them all the same, just because I'm a creature of habit. But at this point, if you wanted to flip this around this way, you like totally could do that, right? There's something on my foot. It's a bag. There's a bag at my foot, and I keep hitting it. So there we go. Okay, let me put the glue on here for a second. So here are my 3. I already flipped mine. See? You're thinking. I'm just like, everything has to be the same. I have to get out of that box. Okay, so here is these ones. So then what I thought I could do is I've just cut the Everyday Details dies. My take your pick tool just came off. So I've already pre-cut these because, like I've told you, my die cutting machine is in the other room. So I've gone ahead and done these. So we can go 1. I should have had these punched, but I figured I could do these pretty quickly and not bore you too badly as I put these through. Almost there. Okay, so then we have that one, and then we have our 3rd. Okay, so don't forget, the way you're going to win a prize this week is by posting your pictures, and if you can't post a picture, then you can just send it to me through Messenger, so then I can see it. And I will put the names in a draw, and we will select a winner. Okay, so these are my insides, which I'm going to challenge myself to do. So I'm going to use Lucky to Know You. I'm going to put there, I think. So Lucky to Know You. Because I think that's a really nice sentiment. I think that's a really, really nice. And I'm just going to do these in black. I'm not even going to go fancy on this one. I'm just going to do this one in straight black, because I feel like black is pretty okay with this because my card base is black. So I'm just using our plain old black memento. I'm going to go So Lucky to Know You. There we go. This one, I'm thinking, what do I want to do with this one? How about, I wonder if this will, wait for it. Hello there, let's catch up. I think that's a fun one. Okay, let's put this the right way so we can get that onto our block. Oh, what is wrong with this? Block needs some love. Oh, hang on. That block's not going to get much love. I don't know, Bev, you seem to be the only person that it marks anonymous for, so I'm not sure why that's happening. Mind you, I'm not sure if anybody else has actually been able to post either. Facebook is really changing things rapidly, and it's getting to be quite an inconvenience. So that's kind of why I'm moving away from doing too much on that platform because it's getting more and more temperamental. So I'm starting to move away from posting too much on there, and I'm going to start using my email more because I can control that. I can't control if Facebook changes. It's changing at such a speed these days that even like the experts are like, wow, this is like getting to be a little bit too much to keep up with, right? So I'm not sure. Because I noticed you did mention that. I don't know why it was doing that. I know like in public groups, like some of the groups that I'm in, I can purposely post anonymously, but it should not be that way in my own group. So again, oh, did I just drop something? I did. I almost lost a die. So again, just one more reason why I'm thinking like I need to get off relying on Facebook all the time. Ooh, that one's too... Huh, that one's too long. Okay, well... Oh, I'm dropping my card. Okay. Let's do this one. Let's do birthday wishes on this one. So we'll do birthday, and then we'll do wishes. Okay, let me just put this one here. Put this one here. I'm going to use my black. Birthday. Whoops. That's okay. That still worked. Still worked. And now I need my wishes. Wishes. Has anybody else noticed the drastic change in weather here in Ontario? Today was so cold. It actually did feel like fall, truthfully, today. It actually felt like an October day. Which would be lovely if we were in October, but we're not. We're in August. So that's a wee bit of a concern. All right, so you guys are still with me. This one's a longer one because we're doing more cards tonight, right? So birthday wishes. How simple that is. Just simple, right? We don't need it to be boisterous. Okay, we're going to do this one. I suppose I could have made some of these landscapes too. Well. Okay. Possibilities on this one are really, truly endless. There we go. So, 1, 2, 3. Do you know what I have not done? I'm here just fussy cutting. Weather is nuts. I don't like it. Me neither. I'm telling you, I was actually wearing a dress at work today. Probably not a great choice because A, it was cold, and B, it was very windy. So, and I have a walk from the parking lot into the building. And when your hands are full and your dress is flying, and It's not a very pretty sight, let me tell you. And then it was so cold, I have a shawl in my office that I keep behind my chair. And I was pretty much wrapped up in it all day because it was so cold. And everybody was complaining because I think the air's still been on, right? Because it is supposed to be August. And meanwhile, it's really cold outside. But it did honestly feel like October today. I was like, I don't like this at all. And I've noticed my walks into the office in the morning are much cooler. Like, much, much cooler. Okay, so there's those ones. Okay, last set. This one's probably going to be my favorite. And only because of the color choice. I just have to find... Okay, you know what I need to do? I need to take a quick second and put my stuff away. Because if you guys know me, you know I will end up losing something very easily. Because I always think, oh yeah, I'll put that away, and then I don't put it away, and then I'm losing things, and then I'm mad at myself. Okay, so let's just get some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, here we go. Last card, last group of cards. We're going to use Old Olive as our base. We use Very Vanilla. We're going to use these beautiful tags, right? Those are going to be my insides. How about we use this beautiful paper? Right? What do we think? I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty positive this is my favorite holiday paper. I love these greens. The greens with the gold are just incredible. Okay, here we go. Now, the struggle is going to be real because now I really have to decide on what I want to do here. I'm going to... What am I going to do here? I'm going to go this way. I'm going to cut. I'm not even going to put a lot of thought into this one. I'm just going to cut. Because I think that the more I think about it, I do want to make sure it's straight though. There we go. This one's going to be super duper fun because these are really weird shaped. What is this one called? This one is the, how about I tell you? Golden, oh my gosh, the name's escaped me. Golden Greenery, I believe it is. It's the one we did the soiree, or not the soiree, the Christmas in July class with. So all the cards from the Christmas in July class were done with this paper. Okay, so this one, and this one. Oh, sorry. Oops. Gotta pay attention. So this is going to be a completely different look. Like this. Now, the interesting part about this pack of paper is this pack of paper has vanilla and white in it, which is kind of strange. You don't see that very often, but this one does. It has both the white and the vanilla, which I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but I like this paper a lot. So I just feel like with the gold and the green, I think the vanilla looks really, really sharp. I'm just trying to make sure this is positioned correctly. So this is the paper that I had seen in Mexico. They gave us a sneak peek. Shelly and Sarah did a presentation on this. We actually made 2 of their cards at the Christmas in July class. As soon as I saw them do the presentation, and then we were able to see the samples, I knew right away it was a must-have for my collection, because it was. But I believe this paper is actually on back order right now, if I remember correctly. Why am I thinking that? I'm pretty sure it is, because a lot of us fell in love with this paper as soon as we saw it. Okay. So there's one. Now, number 2, we're going to go 1. 2. You know what? I honestly just about went, because I thought, am I missing a piece? Okay. Something. Where I'm missing this piece. No, I'm not. Just kidding. Woo. Okay. I must be getting tired because I just freaked myself out. I thought I cut something wrong. This is why you keep them in piles. This is why you keep them in piles. Oh, so Bev says she just embossed 2 of her papers that were plainer. Yes, you could absolutely do that. So you could actually do this even with cardstock, right? And then just emboss them. 100%. So you don't even have to have DSP for this. That's good point, Bev. I didn't even think of embossing because my papers were so like so much detail to them that I thought, yeah, I don't really want to bring in embossing, but you could absolutely do that. And you could absolutely, if you don't have printed paper, which, like, why not? Because it's beautiful. But if you don't, then you could just use solid cardstock and just use your embossing folders. Or if you don't even have embossing folders, just stamp a random image on your paper. Oh, I feel like that's, ugh. I did not do so nice on this one. Look how pretty this paper is. Oh, it's incredible. Okay. I think Stampin' Up! Knew this paper is going to sell out too, because when we saw it all in Mexico, I'm sure they probably went, uh-oh, we better get more of that on order. I don't think they were expecting the reaction they did from all of us.
Can you pass me a long block?
A long block? Like this one? Yeah. Okay. So let's put this one down. So these ones I might do landscape actually, because some of my papers I kind of maybe possibly glue down. Slightly crooked. Not that anybody would know except for me, but if I know it's there. Okay. I wanted that one over more. Okay. I'm not going to fuss. So you probably want to do this with Tombow. I probably should have told you that at the beginning, but Tombow gives you the quick second to move your papers if need be. Like this one, I should have moved over more. Anyway, we're just gonna ignore the fact that those two are butted up against each other. Okay. So now I am going to use my Old Olive, because that's one of the main colors in this paper. And I am going to, so these should go like this, right? This one I may have to go like this because these are going this way. But some of these other ones I can actually go landscape with. So let me glue these down and then we will make them all pretty. So don't forget that you need to post your pictures And if you're watching this on a replay, you know you have to do hashtag replay, so I know how many are watching on a replay. It's always curious to find out, because quite a few people watch on a replay. So I don't know if it's the timing's not right or people forget. Because if you're like me, at 8 o'clock, I'm pretty much ready to roll into bed. Okay, and then this one. So, let me see here. This is the suite that has the greenery as one stamp set and then the words as another. I didn't think I was going to like the greenery, to be quite honest, but I'm actually really, really liking it. I cut my cardstock too small. It's too small for the card front. That's okay, just adjust. Just make it layered. Just keep layering it on. Or just do like a mini focal point, Linda. Like just instead of doing like the whole card, just do like a mini focal point then. And emboss this piece around it. That's what I would do. Can you tell I've done one too many boo-boos in my day? You always find a way to fix things. Okay, so I'm going to try to decide here. So this one, so these are the other two sets that go with this suite. So Seasons of the Greetings of the Season, oh boy, which we also have the Everyday Greetings one that coordinates with the same font. I just used it. And then Golden Greenery, which is really, really pretty. And then you get these dies as well. So I'm going to do those two like that, and I think this one, I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. No, that's too small. I'm going to do this one. I think is what I'm going to do. I may switch these. Okay, just go with it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do these it's too big. Okay. I'm going to keep these pretty simple. I'm going to do Season's Greetings on that one. I'll do Merry Christmas on this one. I don't usually do like Merry Christmas anymore, to be quite honest, but I'm going to do it on that one. And then this one, I'll probably do, I need a bigger one. I'll probably do a Merry Christmas on this one too, just in a different, the opposite. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so then I'm going to show you the ones that I did yesterday or Saturday as my trial. So as you are working away, I'm looking for my old olive. There's one right here. Just a reminder that if you are not on my mailing list yet, you want to be, because that's where I'm going to be posting a lot of my events and classes and such. Maya's laughing at me. Merry, and then where's my Christmas? Where's this right here? reaching to try to grab. Okay. Now, I know this is kind of plain, but I'm going to dress her up here in just a second. Ooh. And you just never know what you're going to get with me. Okay, so there's that one. Let's do the Season's Greetings. I'm going to do Season's Greetings in red, though. So I'm going to give these a little bit of a pop of color. Just because they are all green and gold. So there's that one. And then I'm going to do this one. I'll do this Mary in green. And this Christmas. So besides the Christmas in July event, has anybody started their holiday cards? I have not. I should probably start to think about it though. Okay, so now what I'm going to do to dress this baby up is I'm going to get my red ink out of here so then I don't put my finger in it. And if you've ever stamped with red ink, you know that that's not really the best thing to do. So I'm going to actually do I don't have, I guess I could use that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this one, which is my solid ink in Old Olive. I'm going to stamp it off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. And come in there. Okay, so I just stamped those off on purpose because I wanted those to be faint. And then I'm going to there we go. Okay, so there's that one. Maddie says she has hers finished. Time for the team challenge. Well, there you go. Okay, so now, Maddie, you're like a rock star. How do you have yours already done? I'm like putting away here. Okay, so now this one, I'm going to do so I actually, Laren, have done, I think, most of my cards for the team challenge. I don't remember now. Now you're going to make me go look. I think I got 4, maybe 5 cards done. Okay, and then this one, I'm going to go full on. Oh, so pretty. I love two-step stamping. It's probably one of my favorite types of stamping. Okay, this is goes over here. Okay, that's garbage. Now, I could actually do the ribbon and all the things, but for time's sake, I'm not going to bother. But you know we have that beautiful, beautiful vanilla ribbon that coordinates with this. So if you were part of that Christmas in July, you got some of that ribbon, right? So like I could actually put some linen thread behind this. right? But for sake of time, because I know it's getting on that 9:05. Holy smokes, it's never taken me this long to do a Magical Monday, has it? Okay. Let's go. And then, last one. There we go. We did it. We did. Okay, so I'll show you those 3 that I did the other day. Right here. So I used Thoughtful Wishes paper for this one. So you can see the different diagonals I used here. So totally different than what I did tonight. And then I just added some ribbon behind just to kind of, so this was my, like the first one, and then I stepped it up with this one. And then I used something different there. Okay. So 9 cards in an hour. I don't think that's too bad. Now they're pretty simple. I know, but I think we can always step them up from here, right? Okay. So 1, 2, or 3. Does anybody want to vote? So we have Unbounded Beauty, we have Country Woods, and then we have the Christmas Greenery. If anybody's still there and you want to vote, I'd love to hear your feedback. Just with 1, 2, and 3. That's how we're voting tonight. 1, 2, and 3. Because we're going to do them in bundles. Okay, everybody says 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 1. Oh, interesting. 3, 2, 1. 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1. Interesting. So it's kind of a mishmash tonight, which is not surprising, actually, because they are definitely 1, 3, and 2. I love, love, love this Christmas one. So I will, funny, but I'm only seeing my comments. Bev, I don't know. That's weird. 2, 3, and 1. Heather says 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay. So if you would like your name put into the draw for a chance to win a prize, then you need to put your pictures onto the page. And if you don't want to do that, just send them to me through Messenger, and then I will take a look at them. I will not post them without your permission, so don't be worrying about that. And hopefully you enjoyed this layout, and you will give it a try if you have not already, because I'm curious to see what you all did with it, because same card, totally different papers, and everybody sees something different. I love, love, love the sentiment. These sentiments, they're like my favorite Christmas sentiment. 100%. Very, very, very well. Money well spent, for sure. All right. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Get your pictures posted. Do not forget, if you're not on my mailing list already, you need to be, because that's where all the cool stuff's happening. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, let me know. You can never get them to post on my page. I'm going to have to take a look at my page again. I know it's kind of locked down because of, all the stuff that's been going on, but I'll have to take a peekaboo at that and see if we can get that resolved, because I think somebody else, Lisa, is having a hard time as well. So I will take a peekaboo at that and see if we can get that resolved. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Have a great night, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Oh, hey, I forgot. Don't forget that if you want to join me for Finish It Friday, that was the other thing I completely forgot about. Finish It Friday, this Friday night. Just let me know, and I will send you the link. I'm not going to post the link publicly for obvious reasons, but if you would like to join me, let me know, and I will send it to you. All right, thanks, everybody, and we'll chat with you soon. Bye.